"Help me reach 500 subscribers," she said it casually, like she was commenting on the weather. We were standing in the kitchen, the same space where we used to argue about small things and laugh 5 minutes later. Her phone was in her hand, screen locked, face blank. She didn't sit me down. She didn't soften it. She just said she was getting married. Not someday. Not eventually. To another man. For a brief second, I waited for the punchline. My mind searched for sarcasm, for a joke I had missed. None came. Her eyes didn't flinch. That's when I understood this wasn't a mistake. This was an announcement. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't ask who he was. I didn't ask why. I just looked at her and nodded, like someone acknowledging information they already knew. Inside, something heavy shifted, but it didn't explode. It settled. We hadn't been perfect, but we weren't strangers either. Just weeks before, she had asked me what I wanted for the future, if I still believed in us, if I saw us growing old together. I remember answering honestly, without hesitation. I thought honesty mattered. Apparently, timing mattered more. While I was thinking in years, she had already decided in days. She watched me carefully, as if waiting for me to break, to plead, to ask her to reconsider. When I didn't, confusion flickered across her face. It was subtle, but I saw it. People expect noise from pain. Silence makes them nervous. She started explaining without being asked. She said it felt right. She said he understood her. She said life was short. Each sentence was delivered like a defense, not a confession. I listened without interrupting, because interruptions give people excuses to stop talking. When she finished, the room felt larger, emptier. I thanked her for telling me. That word surprised even me. Thank you. Not because it didn't hurt, but because clarity, even brutal clarity, is better than lies stretched thin. She blinked twice, as if recalculating the moment. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. Later that night, alone, the shock finally caught up with me. Not as tears or anger, but as a quiet disbelief that kept replaying her words. Marrying another man. The sentence felt unreal, like it belonged to someone else's life. I thought about every compromise I had made, every time I chose patience over pride. None of it felt wasted, but it felt finished. There's a difference. I didn't text her. I didn't ask questions that wouldn't change the answers. Instead, I sat with the truth until it stopped echoing. The next day she messaged me. She asked if I was okay. I stared at the screen longer than necessary. The question wasn't about my well-being. It was about her comfort. She wanted reassurance that she hadn't become the villain in my story. I replied simply. I said I was fine and wished her well. The typing indicator appeared, disappeared, appeared again. She didn't respond. Silence, I learned, is only powerful when it's intentional. Over the following weeks, mutual friends started acting strange. Some avoided eye contact. Some offered sympathy disguised as curiosity. They wanted details, drama, proof that I had been destroyed. I gave them nothing. When someone asked how I felt about her engagement, I said I hoped she was happy. That sentence unsettled them more than anger ever could. People are comfortable with predictable reactions. Calm is unpredictable. I did my grieving privately. Not in public posts or late-night calls, but in moments when memory caught me off guard. A song. A place. A routine we used to share. Each time I acknowledged the loss and let it pass. I didn't romanticize the betrayal. She didn't leave because she was confused. She left because she chose differently. Accepting that removed the temptation to rewrite history. One evening months later she called. I almost didn't answer. Curiosity won. Her voice sounded softer, less certain. She told me the wedding planning was stressful. She asked how I had been. I told her the truth. I said I had rebuilt my life in ways I didn't expect. That I had learned a lot about myself. She was quiet. Then she asked if I ever thought about what we had. I smiled to myself before answering. I said I thought about what was real, not what might have been. She didn't like that answer. When the call ended, I realized something important. Calm isn't the absence of pain. It's the decision not to let pain control your behavior. Announcing she was marrying another man was meant to end me, or at least shake me. Instead, it clarified everything. I didn't lose someone who loved me. I lost someone who was already gone. And walking away without chaos wasn't weakness. It was the first time I chose myself without apology.